So I've had a few of you guys message me recently about dating and politics. Now, we're at a point right now in our society where we're like at an impasse. Political differences are a line in the sand, and unfortunately, we are in just a severely divided world. And dating is one of those places where it's just a no-go. Like if you don't align politically, it's next to impossible to date. Unless you as a man are just going to be quiet and take disrespect and abuse for your viewpoints. I don't see how you guys do it, you know? And as a man, especially like a white man, I don't know how you would even consider dating a woman with left-leaning political views. Because again, all left-leaning political views, all wokeism is rooted in anti-whiteism. It just is. That's not meant to be controversial. It's just if you go down the rabbit hole of any of these arguments, any of these talking points, any of these worldviews, they all end at like anti-whiteism. So as a white man, I would certainly not date a woman with left-leaning political views because they are never going to respect you. You can work your hands to the bone and they will somehow see you as, lesser than or a bad guy or whatever. So that's a no-go for me. How do you do it though? How do you even attempt to date in a place like Seattle, like where I'm at, where everybody's left-leaning? Everybody has this worldview that just does not align with me. It's almost impossible, if I'm being honest. It's almost impossible. And the other problem that comes with this is a lot of the like conservative women, they still hold a lot of these feminist and leftist woke ideologies too. A lot of them do. Make no mistake. A lot of them try to portray the image of, they don't align with the left. But when it comes to race and feminism and stuff, they still hold a lot of these extreme leftist views. They do. They really do. They see the world through that lens. Or they'll try to play this indifferent game of like, I see both ways. No, don't date women like that. Again, people think my viewpoints are extreme sometimes. I don't think they are at all. But I'm not going to date a woman unless she is on track with me. She's either with my program or not at all. And I am willing to just stay single. I look around and I see the world around me and I'm open to dating. I would love to meet somebody that knocks my socks off. But I'm okay if that doesn't happen because I know that the odds are stacked against me. Unless I bend and unless I, take disrespect and I live with somebody or date somebody or sit down to dinner with somebody who says things that I don't align with. And it's just not going to happen. I'm not doing that. I've tried it before. It always ends in arguments. It always ends in frustration. It's just not worth it. It's not worth my time. And I can't do it. I don't see how you guys do. I don't see how you guys try to make it work with people who don't align with you. No matter what you do or say, they're not going to look up to you the way a woman should look up to a man. They're just not. Women that have that left-leaning worldview, again, especially white men I'm talking to here, women that have that worldview or align with that at all, they see you as a bad guy. Like they see you as less than. They see you as all of these negative things. That's just a fact. All of this stuff is rooted in that. And I just don't see a way to make that work. And we're at a time right now in our society where most women are certainly left-leaning. It's safe to say that, if not far left. And also, I will say, again, a lot of the women that you see now popping up that have like conservative viewpoints and right-leaning opinions, I don't buy it. I think a lot of them are grifters. A lot of them are fake. Just like I talk about all the time with women being followers, women following pop culture, whether it's music or movies or TV shows or what their favorite influencer likes or what all these girls they see in street interviews are saying they like. Women are followers. They almost always follow popular culture and date in line with that. They will turn their back on their tribe, on their family, on their race, on their religion. They'll turn their back on everything if it means being liked and accepted by the masses. Whatever popular culture that they're a fan of, if they can be accepted by that, they will throw everything away. I've seen women throw away family and religion and everything for that. With that being said, now that there's been like a rise in like right-leaning content and all these people that are getting a lot of a lot of traction on social media saying things that, are controversial, to put it lightly. And even like some cool influencers and cool celebrities that are stepping up and being proud of being conservative, right-leaning. Now you're seeing these girls that are popping up, being outspoken on their TikTok videos or their Instagram. And it's cool to see, but I don't know if I buy it. I don't know if I buy it. I don't know if I can really believe that's how they've always felt. In fact, some of these girls I know full well have expressed viewpoints and opinions that I don't agree with. So maybe they've changed their ways. I guess you have to give people the benefit of the doubt. But my spidey senses go off when I see that. I can't think of one girl that I see on like social media or a celebrity that speaks out against wokeism and leftism. I can't think of one right now that I truly believe in. I really can't think of one. I think a lot of that is just showmanship. I think a lot of that is them seeing that it's becoming cooler to do that, or more accepted to do that, or may I dare even say more popular to do that, because now you're going against the grain. You're one of the cool kids now, one of the bad kids. So a lot of it's that. I don't know what you do as a man dating today. I really don't. As a man that doesn't align with the leftism and wokeism, it's an uphill battle. It really is. It's an uphill battle, and it's hard to believe women when they say they do align with that, because again, they're so easily manipulated by popular culture and by media in general. You see these women that adopt insane ways of thinking and insane wants and needs for their dating. You hear women that I know women that have been relatively down to earth most of their life. Now all of a sudden they're spewing all of the extreme talking points of, you need to make a $250,000 a year minimum. You need to be, drive this car. You better not be like, I see these women that have adopted this toxicity that were never like that. So they're capable of that at all times. What is this rant even getting at? Dating and politics are, unfortunately, they need to align in order to make it work. That's my opinion. How do you do it? Good luck. I don't have a good answer to that besides ask the hard questions first. If you're going to sit down to dinner with somebody on a first date, or you're going to message them back and forth, I would straight up ask what their opinions are on this controversial issue or that controversial issue. That's your best bet, because the worst thing you can do is waste time and energy and resources getting to know someone, God forbid, growing feelings for someone where it's not going to work. So ask the hard questions first. Don't be afraid to do that. Maybe do it in a joking manner. Be willing to nicely say, hey, you know what? I respect your opinion, but I don't align with any of that woke bullshit. I can't spend my time with somebody who aligns with that. As a self-respecting man, I don't align with that, and I don't want to waste either of our time. So, I wish you the best, but it's not a good fit. Take care. That's all you can really do. But I would, if you hear something that's a red flag, or you hear something that doesn't agree with your ideals, I wouldn't waste any more time. I would nip it in the bud, and I would end things very quickly, because again, the worst thing you can do is try to bend because, oh, she's hot, or I really like her, I want this to work. It's not going to work. If someone doesn't align with you on your worldviews and what you want and what you need and what you desire, and like I said, just the way you see the world and what's right and what's wrong and what needs to be fixed and how to do it, if you guys don't align, it's only a matter of time before there's a big blow up. There's only a matter of time before you guys come to a split in the road and you got to go separate ways. That's just what it is. So ask the hard questions very quickly. Get that stuff out of the way with. Make sure they have the same sense of humor as you. Make sure they're not offended by the things you say. Whether I agree with those things or not. I don't care how you align or what you feel. Make sure the person you're potentially going to date aligns with you in those worldviews, because that's a foundational part of all of our lives now, whether we like it or not. Media and all the propaganda and social media platforms, they've made it that way. It's in our face every day, no matter what. Anyways, guys, like the video. If you did like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We made it to 50K. Man, I appreciate you guys so much. Let's see how far we can take this. Until next time, guys, God bless. Be well. I'm out.